Matthew chapter 15, all right, verse 19. Matthew 15 and 19. For out of the heart proceed evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witness, blasphemies. These are the things which defile a man.
And it starts from the mind. That's why you're not to lean and trust in your heart, man. Your mind. Your mind could, hey, Ghetto Boys, they did it, that was their biggest hit.
Yeah.
My mind's playing tricks on me, man. All right? But here it is, this damn serpent, he's telling you, hey, you can do according to your own mind. You know? And then if you go against that, I'm a penalize you. He's writing laws to defend this type of behavior, man. So going back to Sirach 15, that's why the Lord said he have not given men license to sin. All right? He did not give you the license to sin. But here it is, the serpent is telling you, no, go ahead. Matter of fact, I'm gonna force you. All right? I'm gonna forcibly authorize you to be basically to be wicked, man. You gonna become a faggot. You gonna cross-dress. If you don't do it, at least you better agree with it, or else.
You better not. What do we say? You better not against. What is that against it? Agree with it, or if you're not defending it.
Oh yeah, if you're not against it, you for it.
Yeah, but it was a word that we used.
If you're not condemning it.
Yeah, condemn it. You gotta condemn it. He don't want you to condemn it.
He don't want you to agree with the Most High, because the Most High tell you those that have pleasure in it, they also are worthy of death. Did we read that yet? What was the first chapter? Did we read that whole thing though?
We didn't.
We should go back into that.
But
yeah, get y'all please.
Psalms 119 and 15. This is the precept from Matthew 15. I will meditate in thy precepts, that's the commandments, and have respect unto thy ways. You know?
Respect the ways of what? This.
And respect means to give honor, man.
God.
To look back, you know. So what are you looking back on? You're looking back on, this is, you're looking back on the law, statutes, commandments, and giving honor, man. Giving homage, living by the ways, man.
God.
All right?
As the script say, the things written aforetime were written for our learning. So all the accounts, you putting that into your life and you implementing it.
And giving look back respect on America, the ways America has been producing, for the last 500 years through the so-called white man, that's not worthy of honor, man.
Right.
That's worthy of dishonor, man.
Right.
All right?
I got mine. Romans chapter 6, verse 1, it says, what shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound?
Example right here.
Yeah,
we were just talking about this.
Get that over there, bro. You get that.
All right.
Ain't no man over there.
These people are mentally ill, man. Our people, and those are Israelites, wicked Israelites, man. Lost right here in Babylon. Because they're under the vibration of Esau, the devil, Satan, man.
Right.
Esau taught them that that's okay. He's giving them license to live that way. If you keep putting too much seed, if you keep sowing seed somewhere, it's gonna spring up, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna spring up. All right, and going back to the garden, the devil was sowing them wicked seeds in Adam and Eve, man. That's why the sons of God ended up turning away from the Most High.
Hey, look at the fruit of that seed he planted, right? That's it. That's the fruit of the seed that he planted.
Was that Second Ezra's? Was that the 4th chapter? If the seeds that were sown back then, and it led to so much wickedness that the Lord would actually have to flood out the planet.
Right.
How much more has sprung up since then?
Yeah.
That the Lord all of a sudden wants to say, you know what? Water wasn't enough. I need to rain fire on this motherfucker.
I got that.
You got that?
Yeah. Second Ezra chapter 4. I'm starting up at 20. Wait, hold on. A little more. I'm gonna start at 27. It says, and cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous In time to come, for this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities. But as concerning the things whereof thou asked me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come.
Yeah, the Lord, that's why this place will be destroyed, man. Because of the amount of wickedness, man, that's grown on the planet. You know? When it talks about the Lord coming back to tread out that wine press, the grapes and
fats are overflow.
That's the overflow of the wickedness.
Yep.
Okay? You know? That's in what, Joel the 2nd chapter? You know? The wickedness is great. So he gotta trot that down, man.
Everything's ready for the destruction.
Hey, that's gonna be the when it talks about the Lord coming back with the sickle and the harvest.
Yeah.
And he's talking about he's gonna come back to thresh. That's what this is talking about, man. So much wickedness gotta happen before that final threshing comes, man, from the Lord. That means wickedness gotta get to a certain level before the Lord finally says, all right, let's go.
We almost
what
there.
you're patiently waiting for the harvest to be ripe. Once it's ripe, and this time being ripe in wickedness, being the analogy we're using, or the Bible's using, it's ready to be chopped down. Now the destruction or the gathering of that fruit and the destruction of it is ready to come.
It's ready, and this just about ready.
Yep.
They're trying to get rid of his word.
Yep.
They're trying to ban his word.
They're trying to cross him out.
Yeah, that's the last straw.
Yep.
You're trying to get rid of his word, and you're trying to touch his prophets. You plotting and planning to touch his anointed, man.
And you know why? Because the mark of the beast is written in the Bible, man.
Yeah.
The RFID chip, man.
Yeah.
So he don't want the prophets teaching Israelites about the RFID chip, man. That's another reason why he's trying to ban the Bible, man.
Exactly.
A little more.
Go ahead.
It says, but as concerning the things whereof thou asked me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. Like the righteousness can't be here because the wicked's already taken that spot. That has to be taken out the way first. When they say destroy and rebuild, you got to destroy that. Or even in gardening or farming, you have to cut off that bad limb, trim that hedge back and cut back that bad limb so the good fresh can grow strong right there.
Yeah.
It says, verse 30, it says, for the grain of, here's the point, I believe, for the grain of evil seed hath been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning, and how much ungodliness hath it brought up unto this time.
Yeah, how much wickedness from that point on, when the serpent beguiled Eve, and Eve basically seduced Adam, and they both ate of the tree, and basically that was the tree of what? The knowledge of good and evil. How much wickedness have sprung up since that period? You telling me thousands upon thousands of years of just all type of newfound wickedness just occurring.
Yeah.
And then every day you always hear some shit that'll have you just sighing like, what the fuck, man?
Yep. And half the time you just something walk past you that's like, oh, you're just frustrated at what you see.
Yeah, for example, for me, when I seen that article about the whale beaching itself, he threw up fucking pounds and pounds of plastic.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn, this so-called white man gotta go, man.
Yep.
You know? And that's through him with all that plastic and shit.
Just like the penguins that live on that plastic island. You know, they busted up, they dirty. They got like stuff in they fins and they flippers and stuff. You know, Esau is messing up the whole earth. That's why in Revelation says, destroy him who destroyed the earth.
Yep.
To paraphrase. Because the Lord is coming back to kill.
Yeah, we crazy, right?
Con.
We crazy at just
For
we
for
going
wanting it
against
to
the
be right.
so-called white man destroying the planet.
We
Right.
like living here.
You know, if you destroy the planet, it ain't gonna be no life, man. You know.
Yeah, what we're doing right now is hatred.
Yeah. Hate speech.
This is hate speech right here. Calling out the mass wickedness that's being done on the planet by this damn devil. Because we call out your wickedness, your evil, that means that we're hateful. But you know what? I'm with the Most High, man. I hate all manner of wickedness.
That's right, bro.
Con. That's
I
right.
hate evil.
That's right.
The fear of the Lord is to hate evil.
That's right.
All right? Hey, King David said, through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way.
Con.
Yep.
Okay? You're not finna convince me that two men getting together is productive for me and my children.
Con.
You're not gonna tell me that. After seeing and substantiating how that lifestyle leads to death, I'm not finna hold to that. Okay? You're not gonna make me agree to that. Straight up, man. I hate that.
That's right.
I hate all manner of abominations like my father.
That's right.
Okay? So if you want to put me to death, and you want to put the Akim, all the brothers throughout the four corners that's doing what we doing, standing for righteousness, go on and do that shit, man.
Con.
Yep.
Do us that favor. Get us out of this wicked place, man, so we can be in righteousness with our Heavenly Father.
That's right.
We can come back and set it on upright down here.
Man, I don't know how you so-called white people gonna make it through 1,000 years, man.
Right, that's a long.
Because the first 100 years, me myself, man, I'm just putting y'all to death, man.
Yeah.
I'm making other nations build my shit. I'm just fucking your ass up, shit. Straight 100 years, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Con.
A little more on this. It says, and how much shall it yet bring forth until the time of threshing come?
So how much more wickedness after that shall be brought forth until the day of the Lord? It tells you that Joel the 2nd chapter, and it even tells you that in Revelation 18 concerning this place.
Yeah.
The sins have reached unto heaven.
Yeah.
All right? The sins are reaching unto heaven, man. The iniquity that's being committed in this place is stockpiling up to the spirit world, man.
It's literally in space.
Con.
It literally got wickedness in space.
Yeah.
Space trash.
Yeah.
You know, you telling me them astronauts ain't doing something nasty up there? They doing something nasty up there.
Con.
Oh, how many souls, all right, that's crying to the Lord behind some wickedness that was done to him?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Con. Like
The
Abel.
Lord, he's getting cries from his saints every day.
Yeah.
The Jakes, the Israelites that getting killed by Esau, the cops and stuff, their spirits go back to him and complain.
Con.
The Lord gonna be so pissed off, he gonna come back as a travailing woman, man. Yeah. With a war cry, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
A little more. It says, ponder now by thyself how great fruit of wickedness the grain of evil seed hath brought forth.
Man, now and now you just, it's always some shit, man. They add in every fucking letter to the alphabet
Con.
at the end of that LGBT shit.
And symbol.
Con.
And con.
26
And then
letters
they
on the top.
finna add damn near all the colors to that rainbow
Con.
flag.
You can do what you want here. You know, any
Do
matter
what thou
to
wilt.
Con. That's exactly what it is. If you wanna mess with little kids, do it here.
That's
You-
called,
you got
uh,
NAMBLA, the
yeah.
National Association Men Boy Loves.
Yeah.
You know,
Man,
and that's
Boy Lover
Con. That's a government funded program, government funded association. You know, or
I
organization.
think it's .org or something like
Con.
that.
You got bestiality.
Con. Bestiality.
15 states is legal.
Yep.
Shit.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you can marry anything too.
Con, bro.
You can marry a tree, an animal.
Yeah.
You can marry a phone. You can.
Fuck.
Come on, man. That's why if the Lord didn't leave a remnant,
Yeah.
there would be no flesh left to be saved. All right, humanity would just die off if the Lord allowed this devil to rule forever.
If he didn't
man.
take a pluck to say bring the analogy to reality, if he didn't actually have all of us out there to grab something and say, okay, those can go. I'm gonna keep these that they can't be touched. If he didn't do that, if he allowed us, the elect to be touched, there would be no flesh left to say.
If you say you believe in the Bible and you ain't out here doing this, the Lord gonna kill you straight up.
Yeah.
Cause if you say you believe, you supposed to be standing for righteousness. You supposed to be out here.
Well, that's the reason why in Ezekiel 9 it says, those that don't have the mark of exemption, they gonna get slain.
Yep.
Because the ones that do have the mark of exemption, those are the same brothers that's out here complaining. That's out here sighing and crying, man. That's out here cussing Jake out, telling him to get right or get destroyed. You know, the prophets of old did it, and the prophets are back in their lot doing the same thing. And of course, we're hated for that. All right? We're hated for it. And you know what? You getting rid of the Bible, you think that's going to change what we believe? You think you getting rid of this book? I don't need to look in the page to tell me that a homosexual is supposed to be put to death.
And what we doing?
Or a man shouldn't sleep with another a man's wife.
But that's not wrong.
If that's not wrong, I don't need to look at the pages for me to know that law.
That's right.
Those laws are in me. I know.
Exactly, bro.
Okay. You devils, man.
Everything we doing now is building the scriptures within us. You know, if the brothers, we want to ban it. That means the times are going to be speeding up even more and more. Because once you ban it, that's famine of the word. You know, if you going after the Bible, the next thing you going after is the men that's preaching it.
Yep.
So we expecting you to take us off the street. We know you're going to ban the Bible, but this word is in us, you know? And the men that's watching, you better come out here. Because you see the time. If you're watching the videos, you see how serious the times are right now. The brothers already went through, if they banned it in California, it's soon going to be banned everywhere else in the U.S. You know? So you got to get this word in you. Isaiah 33:6 says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. Right?
There was a mercy closing, man.
Kind.
They're taking the books away.
Kind.
For me, that means like I better start memorizing more of it. I mean, the sentiments I pretty much know. But memorizing and really practicing it inside myself to really seal it within my spirit.
Because this word got to be sown in you, you know? Because we're living it, but we gotta it's got to be tighter, you know? Everybody gonna have to be tighter. And if you missing a link, you're gonna be broken.
Yeah. I want to bring something that in the article that it says where did it go? Yeah, right here, Salah. Yeah. It says, this is back in the article. It says, the ban on gay and transgender conversion therapy, right? Conversion therapy that makes you convert into a transsexual, bisexual, or gay or whatever, right? Has a vague and sweeping text that could prohibit churches, schools, religious charities, and summer camps from discussing and practicing their faith.
Oh, hold on, no. Read back up again, bro.
Yeah.
I think it's saying the opposite. Basically, any type of counseling, any type of service that actually has the influence to convert people that live that wicked ass lifestyle from it. That's what they're trying to ban.
Yeah,
that's what they're trying to get rid of.
Yeah, because they're pushing the gay and trans. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm gonna read it again from the top. Because what they're saying is the Bible is banning the Bible will ban conversion therapy. We'll read it. It says the ban on gay and transgender conversion therapy has a vague and sweeping text that could prohibit churches, schools, religious charities, and summer camps from discussing and practicing their faith. So the ban is against the Bible, which is against gay and transgender. So they don't want that because they're pushing for gay and transgender. Reading a little further down, it says the Federalist.com.
Hey, what's fucked up is really what Esau's trying to do is any of those services that you provide to try to get people to follow the faith and leave off from being a damn freak.
Yeah.
Basically, he's trying to cut off the platforms that's supposed to get people to repent
Yeah.
from doing those acts. basically Esau don't want the masses. He doesn't want you people to repent.
And
Mainly you Israelites, you tribes, man.
Con.
Esau, he could do what the hell he want. These nations, they could do what they want.
Them guys are all right with it.
Yeah. All right. But you tribes, they don't want you to repent to your maker, man. All right. They want to continue to sow them seeds and have our people believing that they can walk hand in hand, or a female with female, but be a bunch of dykes, you know.
And Esau's way of doing that is getting rid of the Bible completely.
Come.
It's gonna say. It says, wow, the federal.
Even if somebody that's struggling with it, they know that that's a demon and they trying to turn right.
Yep.
If they somehow, some way find one of those services, whether it be counseling or therapy, or a pastor or whatever, that's basically according to this new law, you ain't gonna have access to that.
Yep.
So them demons are just gonna be on you.
Yeah.
Them demons are just gonna be there, man. There's nothing you can do about it. And then basically it cuts off the business side that these people is basically about to cut off their money.
Yep.
For providing those services for those type of people.
Well, they can't exchange money. It's gonna say it. Let me read it. So the Federalist.com reports, we're taking core doctrines of religious adhered to by billions of people being outlawed from discussion in any forum that involves money changing hands, possibly even houses of worship themselves.
Yeah, so basically they could be in violation, and the penalty could be that they could lose their church. You know? Hey, IUIC.
All
Okay, all you
C3s.
all you bootleg groups that got them 501c3 charters, hey, pretty soon you ain't gonna be able to say shit. You ain't gonna never be able to condemn a faggot to their face out there, man. You have to be politically correct now according to this law.
Hey, you won't be able to say you believe in Jesus or Christ or whoever, you know, let alone Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
That's who they really trying to get off the streets. They're trying to get Yahweh Shai off the streets. The real name of the Heavenly Father. I mean, of his only begotten Son. It says, I know that sounds outlandish, but that is that is a plain reading of the bill text. Let's look at it. It says the bill amends the state's commercial fraud laws as follows. The following unfair methods of competition and unfair deceptive acts or practices undertaken by any person in a transaction intended to result or that results in the sale or lease of goods or services to any consumer are unlawful. So if you take money, basically that leads to the chip also. Because once they can't, that's a hustle money. That's me getting here you go, you did something for me, here, let me pay you. Ain't gonna be none of that. It all gotta go through the transaction of the chip as well. That's where that leads to. This isn't direct, but that's where we can see that leading to. It says, so the bill would ban advertising or offering to engage in sexual orientation change efforts. The bill defines sexual orientation change efforts as any practices that seek to change an individual's sexual orientation. This includes efforts to change behaviors or gender expressions, or to eliminate or reduce sexual or romantic attractions or feelings toward individuals of the same sex.
Yep.
Wow. This reads like it could easily ban pastors, rabbis, and imams.
Anything that influences people to stop that shit.
Yep.
They trying to put an end to that.
From preaching or counseling parishioners on same-sex attraction or desires to approximate the opposite sex. So they want that whole LGBTQ, XYZ, whatever, blah, 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 to go ahead and be the only one way of sexual orientation.
Yeah.
How come they don't put heterosexual? How come that's not part of that? How come heterosexuals can't be a part of this thing?
Because that's taboo.
Right?
It's going to be taboo.
It's going to be taboo soon, right? It says,
It's like, you see what them goddamn gooks over there doing in China.
yep.
You know, a man and a woman can't have more than 2 kids, man.
God.
You know?
That's the law of the country. Wow. It says, it said it clearly could also apply to a person who is paid to educate, exhort, and counsel parishioners on their faith, simply stating that the Bible, Torah, or Quran, together with their respective theological traditions, teaches on human sexuality.
That's like it. It said the Bible, Torah, right? The Torah is the law of the Bible.
Yep, or the Quran.
And Quran is a cheap carbon copy of the Bible, because in the Quran, it follows after the laws of Moses, man.
Right.
All right? Which is the first 5 books of Moses, man. The law. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, man. That's where the laws held it and contained it, man.
Yep.
Within the context, man. All right?
God.
It says to state that something is authoritatively true or explain why and how, which are inherent functions of religious teaching, is an attempt to persuade people to believe it.
Hey, but that's hypocrisy.
Thank you.
Total hypocrisy. Because you're doing the same thing on the flip side
Yep.
with this whole LGBT shit.
That's why they said the first thing they said was what do they call it? They called it conversion therapy. Because you're converting the ways of the mind from your faith to this being the only accepted way to believe.
Yeah,
They're
but
doing
you're
that,
forcing that wickedness down people's throat.
Yeah.
And you're taking away their rights. You demonizing them, ostracizing them. You know, you oppressing them. If they don't accept that all that is necessary, you gotta really take away their rights. You gotta find them. You gotta come on, man.
Well,
Those people are not under the same restrictions that you holding the heterosexuals to.
right.
They're not getting it. That's a double standard with this shit, man. That lets you know what this devil's trying to do, man. I'm telling you, man, this is the serpent right here.
Well,
That dragon, which is
Satan.
the old serpent, which is the devil and Satan.
Yep.
That's the same. This is the same beast that we dealing with, man.
Yep.
Right.
The so-called white man.
That's right.
All right, this is the same devil going back to the Maccabees that basically tried to destroy us if we didn't keep our law.
Yep.
He told us, hey, if I catch any of you circumcising your sons, I'm gonna hang you, I'm gonna lynch your ass, man.
You and the little ass.
You and your
baby.
baby.
And they did that.
Want all Israel to eat swine?
God.
Now you niggas willy-nilly eat that shit, man. You know? Yeah, fight against the law about not eating swine. You fight against it.
Hey, but if you go to like a family function or a party or something, and there's beef, chicken, and pork there, the first to go is beef and chicken. But it's until you bring it to Jake's mind that they're not supposed to be doing it, is when they start having a heavy push of doing it.
Yeah.
Every time since I came into this truth, I went to a family function. I'd be like, why y'all eating up all the chicken and beef? Y'all eat that pork stuff up, man. I don't eat that. Save me some of that. They'll run through all of the clean meat, and then they'll leave all that nasty ass pork around. That's why I stopped going. Anyway, it says to state that something is authoritatively true and explain why and how, which are inherent functions of religious teaching, is an attempt to persuade people to believe it and therefore live accordingly. That would apply to stating.
Yeah, okay, so why the fuck do they have transgenders in libraries trying to teach reading the children?
Yep. Trying to show it's all right. And like they did that
Putting
little.
them ideas in their head at a very early age, man.
Did you see that 10-year-old? I think it was in the Northwest somewhere. A 10-year-old. They had a little boy that was now dressed like a little girl, and they had a sign that said, "I'm the really bad, wicked person that they're talking about."
Right.
that everybody's talking about as being so bad. And so
It was like at some kind of award, or he was like hosting or some shit. Yeah.
Getting something for it. Oh, you ain't did shit. You're just a kid. You ain't do nothing.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hey, they come out the womb speaking lies, man.
It says, yo, you got something right now?
Yeah, I wanted to get there. Okay, come. All right, Psalms 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder.
That's that serpent.
Yep, you go to the poison that they spew out. That poison, man, when it gets in you, man, it kills you. It's venomous.
And that's exactly what they done to our people. That snake has waited and been attacking our nation, and it's slowly starting to kill them. You know, that's why you got our people believing in what this snake, what this devil is spewing out. You know.
Oh, going back to Adam and Eve, that snake basically shot his venom on Eve.
Yep.
And it brought death.
Gotta see.
Yep.
It tells you in the Apocrypha that through the envy of the devil came death in the world.
That's why we deaf, bro. That's why
And
we
through
got
her,
this
we
thing
all
to death.
died. Because she was charmed by the snake and got bit.
Let's be, come on, for you people that's being stupid out there.
Yeah, we ain't talking
The
about
damn serpent is a man with a
That's
spit.
a
You gotta say that. You know, because once this book is gone and we're not here to break it down, they're gonna still think that we're talking about a little slithering reptile. No, it's a person that had a spirit like a snake.
Snakes don't talk.
The brother just read the precept, man. It's talking about the wicked.
Right.
All right, Cain, Esau, that's the same person.
Yeah.
Link it up with Revelation, the 20th chapter, man. The dragon,
Yeah.
he laid hold on the dragon, which is the old serpent, the devil Satan.
Yeah.
That's the same man.
Yeah.
And the dragon was talking about the Roman Empire.
Right.
The Roman Empire is back today. Who's in charge of this Roman system?
Who's in charge of the ancient?
The so-called white man.
Right.
That's who the serpent is. That's who the dragon is. That's who the serpent is. That's who Satan is, man.
Yeah.
Right.
In the flesh.
Yeah.
You got the spiritual demon Satan, and you got the physical counterpart.
Right.
Don't get simple, man.
I just want to, you almost got to do that.
Come, bro. But hey, that kind of hit me when he read that about the poisonous venom of the snake.
Yep.
That's how he got to Eve, and that's how we all died, man, through that poisonous venom from this damn devil. Basically, that venom is those ideologies, man.
No, thank you.
No thanks.
You know what? You're afraid to read the Bible text?
We have Bibles in our hand, man.
You're afraid to read these texts?
Why we have to read that when we already have the
Bible.
text?
But you're afraid to read
What
this
does that
text?
say? What does that say?
It says, it has a
Just
number
read.
of
What does it
reasons.
say? What does it say?
Well, you want me to recite every text?
Read it.
You're afraid,
Oh,
you're,
just
read it.
you're afraid to read the Bible, yes or no?
No.
Okay, here you go.
No, thank you. That's not the
Oh.
Bible. That's not the Bible.
Did do you not see us reading
Any
Bibles?
of you that has the guts to read the Bible, I have one for
We
you.
have Bibles.
The rest of you,
We have Bibles.
you got no
No,
guts.
that's not the
That's
Bible.
not the
We're
Bible.
talking about this right
You,
here.
you got to
Here's
read
a-
the
here's a
whole
serpent-
Bible.
here's a
You haven't
serpent
read
right
the
here.
whole Bible.
We
Yeah,
have,
yeah.
but that's not the whole Bible. This is the whole
No,
Bible.
if
This
you
is the whole
would have
Bible.
read these texts if
This is
you'd
the
read
whole
the whole
Bible.
Bible, and you're afraid to read the whole Bible.
All right, Esau.
That old
Don't give me a one sheet of paper.
Who wants
Oh,
one?
We don't
Oh,
want that.
serpent.
Oh, man.
Nobody.
No, we don't. What we just talking about? That venom, man.
You ain't gonna have that wheeler in the day of destruction.
Hey, this man is a guy.
And
He-
he slithered
yeah.
up. He slithered up like a
He looked back and heard
serpent.
somebody say something.
The black man, the black woman would have defended that dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
shit, she would have been.
That's Eve. She gonna stick up for.
I want y'all reading.
They made a pact with each other.
They missed it.
when that went down, man.
They missed the point of, people will miss the point that why do we need your piece of paper when we have the whole Bible right here? It's a piece of paper. That's nothing. If you're not afraid to read the whole Bible, we're reading the whole Bible. But you can't tell us what's in there. It could be some fucking anthrax in there.
Yeah.
Why do we want to open your piece of paper when we're holding what you say your paper contains?
Man, I was Satan.
Yeah.
He clearly seen me out here with the Bible.
Yeah.
He was just being
He heard us talking about it. That's why he stopped.
He was being Satan. Satan came up here. While we
Jesus
talking about
a
Satan,
Negro?
Satan comes
The
up.
whites and the blacks were the last things there ever were among the many colors. Read the Quran, it's a good book, and the Quran.
Satan.
Another snake.
Yeah.
Or Satan. More venom.
Yeah.
More venom.
He bugged out too, man. Yeah.
He lost that crab time.
You gotta get one win somewhere in life, huh? I can get a win against blacks. I'm white.
But those two spirits took hold of the black woman and put them ideas in her head,
Yeah.
and now she's the way she is today.
Yeah.
A bunch of dykes, a bunch of tattooed from head to toe with dreads and slut dykes and
Wearing jeans and just
into every
sagging
religion,
jeans.
just doing fucked up, man.
Hey, get
Fucked
this dot
up.
right there.
Oh yeah.
Because his old ass told her, hey, no, you can do what you ain't gonna die.
That one too.
You know? Yeah.
This is what happened.
This is what happened.
Because you listen to
You listen to him.
The serpent
Yeah.
right there. There they go.
Yeah, that's
Partners in life.
That's the
partners
real.
in crime.
That's the
Partners
real
for
Ebony
life.
and Ivory that
Life
they were
partners.
singing about.
life partners, man. Hey, that's the true conglomerate, man.
Yeah, right there. This is what came about because you listened to this damn devil. Okay, the serpent. Because you listened to the serpent, this is what came about. This is what came about. This badass
Oh, right there.
situation that y'all look like, the bad condition that you women have become. And we supposed to automatically love you and respect you. You do nothing that's worthy of honor or respect to look back towards your honor. It's a sign, right? You see reality in this shit.
So-called black woman with no hair, that's a curse, man.
Correct.
That's
Yep.
Isaiah the
Agree.
3rd chapter, man.
Correct.
Well, you are not the father. All right,
That's
boy.
why if you're a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, you better not be following these women. Because these women lead you straight to your death.
Yep.
Just,
They lead
just
you to
like,
him.
Just like the white man wants you.
They'll lead you to Esau, man.
How many Jakes in jail over the nigga one, man?
Yeah. And they lead you to death, man. You know? They lead you straight to death.
The women don't care about us.
They don't care about their own business. There's more in this. I don't know how much more you want me to read. Just keep reading through.
Yeah, you can.
All right, come. Yeah, it says, that would apply to stating something like, God made humans male and female, a direct quote from 3 different Bible passages, 1, 2, 3, including the words of Christ himself. You know, it says that contradicts LGBT ideology that men and women are interchangeable. Saying so, presenting an alternative idea could persuade people to live accordingly.
That's the hypocrisy. All right, you putting these ideas in people's head, they're gonna start to accept that man and woman are interchangeable.
Here's where the problem that they're saying though. You're now reintroducing that men and women are the right way to do, to be.
Right.
Anything that influences you you might live after that. And if they're banning whatever could influence you to live after the right way. Not after the wrong way. That should have been written against LGBT, but that was written in favor of LGBT.
That's how you can tell. The prophet's about to be taken off the streets real soon.
It says, this bill attempts to ban this. Thus, the bill seems to gag religious leaders from stating their own faith's teachings,
They gotta be quiet.
so long as the leader is compensated for doing so.
That's bribes, selling out. And the scriptures teach against that. You know,
Oh, I
and that's how Esau works. He'll try to bribe you to basically stop.
Yeah.
You know, that's basically you taking a gift to pervert the judgments of the Lord.
I gotta read that again, bro. That was heavy. It says,
Rafta.
it said this ban, thus the bill seems to gag religious leaders from stating their own faith's teachings, so long as the leader is compensated for doing so. So if you're taking the bribes from 501c3 charter, tax exemption, you can't talk about it. So that doesn't pertain to us because we don't take donations and money. We don't have a charter. We don't take the purse.
We don't do paperwork with
We don't
Esau.
do that.
This ministry is not linked to this devil in
Nope.
any way, shape, or form, man.
Nope.
I got proof. You got
Unlike some of you other guys that call yourselves Israelites.
So let me say this. So all those.
got that?
Can I say this right quick? So all these other groups that have a 501c3, they got to stop talking about it. These Israelite groups, they got to stop teaching. But the real men of the Lord gonna probably keep teaching. Now we see who the real problem is. Who's one of our own versus who's the real problem, which we know Great Millstone and the doctrine from the elder apostles of Great Millstone, whoever have those doctrines, hey man, we know that they're the real ones that we gotta get. If you haven't taken that purse, if you're pushing this word to influence people to do what the Bible's talking about, the righteous way, the natural way, from the creation, then it's a problem. But we're gonna still be out there. We're gonna be made evident that we're the ones that they want to come and get.
Appreciate it. You got it. Deuteronomy 16 and 19. Thou shalt not wrest judgment. Thou shalt not respect persons, neither take a gift. For a gift doth blind the eyes of the wise and pervert the words of righteousness.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And that little money, that little hush money, that's that gift.
Yep.
That's a reward to keep you quiet, man, so that you don't basically judge with righteous judgment, man.
Yeah.
You know?
So you don't condemn their
Exactly.
acts.
You do that, you're an infidel, man. You know?
Yep.
Jeremiah.
And so even when this comes in full effect, you know, in California, we already know the brothers is going to continue to push judgment out there.
Yep.
But any of you that's under the muzzle of Esau because you done took that purse, you ain't gonna be allowed to say anything. You know, you ain't gonna be allowed to say nothing, man. You have to just be the hell quiet and just teach that God loves everybody. You know.
This Jeremiah 6 and 16. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths. Where is the good way?
And this new path is the path that leadeth to destruction, man. The old path is the righteous way, the straight gate now, right? The hard way to get into salvation, meaning you can't be accepted in this world by the masses. Because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make the masses, well, it's pretty much done, the masses accept the BS, the wickedness, you know? But the old path is going to send you back to righteousness. Yeah.
And this is for you Israelites.
Yeah.
Because a lot of you Israelites, you're Americanized, man. You've been here for so long. You just continue from your heritage for 400 years getting your head kicked in and getting lynched. But now it's the time for us to go back to the old paths, man. The paths of our forefathers. All right? Back when we were in the good graces of the Most High. Because we were following after those ways. The ways that you're living in now is the reason why you're still cursed. All right? Suffering and catching hell throughout the world, man. In the ghettos and the slums. You know, being the last hire, first fire, so on and so forth. That's because you're not seeking after the righteous paths, man. Y'all niggas like to say, "Oh, that was back in the past. That was in the ancient world." You know, it's a new day. You know, we in the get with the times and shit. It's a new generation.
Old thinking, y'all old thinking.
That was back in the old covenant. That was the Old Testament. You know? But in the Old Testament, we were still in our land. You know? We still were kings.
Yeah,
even though we were still going off back then, but
we were better off then.
But we were way better off back then.
Yeah.
You niggas ain't got shit now.
Yep.
You don't have a seat in the UN. The best you niggas could do is become mayor or some shit.
Y'all niggas got African American, black. That's what y'all got.
You got Black History Month. You got African Studies.
Juneteenth and shit like that.
Juneteenth.
Yep.
You niggas ain't got shit, man.
That's what the devil allows you to have.
Come on, man.
In the morning, right?
It's back in Jeremiah 6:16. And see and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein.
Yeah, we don't want to follow that. You know, we want to follow after you know, we want to follow after what we see. You know, they want to follow who's ever hot in the entertainment world, who's actually controlled by the white man. All right, and then even you dudes that's in Israel, you still have your ways are still set here in America. You don't even want to be a Hebrew. Okay, you get all emotional when we talk about certain things in the law. It ruffles your feathers because you still have that American mentality, that Western way of thinking. You're not thinking from the standpoint of your ancestors. All right? It's talking about from the East. You know?
I also I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, we will not hearken. Therefore hear ye nations, and know, O congregation, what is among them. Hear, O earth, behold, I will bring evil upon this people, even the fruit of their thoughts, because they have not hearkened unto my words, nor to my law, but rejected it.
Yeah, and like it says in Proverbs 13, he that despiseth the word shall be destroyed. All right? Our people, they despise the word because of the responsibility. Esau already gave them the license that they could do according to their pleasures. Okay? Esau already he didn't put it out there, man. And Esau he presents information about wickedness in a way that'll have you thinking that it's cool.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
It's good. It's something that you can benefit from. That's why he's known as the serpent. Very crafty and very cunning, man.
The best example is bacon. Everything's better with bacon. Bacon is sinful pleasures, and you know they say all these things about bacon and how wonderful bacon is. It's abomination unto you. For the Most High God, you ain't supposed to eat that. But they throw it on anything like it's supposed to go there.
Bacon on a salad.
Well, they don't even go together. I need bacon on lettuce for them. You know what I mean? Like, they make burgers now that you gotta ask them to take off the bacon. Remember how you used to have to add it? They gotta ask to take it off now. Barbecue with bacon in it. Like, how's there bacon in barbecue sauce?
Yeah, the creation of the pig is not, it's a righteous thing, but if you put it in your body, that becomes wicked.
Yeah. Yep.
Because the pig was created to clean up the earth, man. The land of the earth, man. From garbage. They supposed to eat the garbage, man.
Yep.
Same thing as in the seas, as bottom feeders, man.
Yep.
You know, shellfish, clams, shrimps. Those things don't supposed to be eaten, man. You eat that, it throws off the balance of the earth, man.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah, but Esau, he present that to you like it's something that you want to get involved with, man. You know, and that's really that's psychological.
Esau, man.
And that's them. That's their nature, man. And those people, their vibration is over the planet. All right. Esau will tell you that that adultery is healthy.